Welcome to Digital Marketing for Contractors, a podcast for home improvement contractors to help you crush your lead goals and take your business to the next level. Join us each episode as we give you powerful insights and practical tips on the best digital marketing strategies to help you grow your home improvement business. Let's get started.
Welcome to Digital Marketing for Contractors. This podcast is hosted by Fat Cat Strategies. We are a full-service digital marketing agency located in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we work with home improvement contractors just like you to drive leads, sales, and growth through digital marketing. My name is Janet. I'm the founder and managing partner. Today, I have Caitlin Noble with me. Caitlin, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Caitlin, head of client services here at Fat Cat, and we are so excited to have an amazing partner join us today on this call. Frank from Full Throttle. Frank, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you for having me, both of you. I'm Frank Patierno from FullThrottle.ai. I am the Vice President of Strategic Partnerships over Home Improvement Home Services. And just a little bit about FullThrottle.ai. What we do is we are a marketing technology, and it's a closed loop advertising circle. So if you have a siding or a window company, people are coming to your website. You're doing all kinds of things to drive that traffic to your website. What we do at Full Throttle is we identify who those households are that are actively shopping you and checking you out on your website, even if they never filled out that contact me form.
Yep.
We do this in a privacy compliant manner with our patented technology, and we resolve down to the residential address. And from there, we immerse that household with digital offerings, display, video, as well as offline offerings. We send direct mail. We take someone who's interested and we continue to nurture them to bring them through the funnel to help you get more results from the website traffic that you're already spending time and money to have on your site.
That is awesome. So I always like to translate this into something that, maybe my mom or dad could understand.
Yeah.
Frank, what you're saying, we know what you do, but I'm going to try to translate it. You're taking anonymous visitors to a website. So let's say it's a siding or a window website. Someone visits that website. They did not call. They did not fill out a form. Your technology identifies the actual address of that home, and then you can facilitate marketing campaigns to send messages to those homeowners through display advertising and direct mail. Is that right?
You've got it. So yeah,
Nailed it.
Someone, they don't have to. All they have to do is share their location because we are privacy compliant. I think that's an important aspect.
It is. Yes.
And if you go to homedepot.com, it says, will you share your location? So when you're fixing
all the time
a roof or windows or siding, it's kind of the price of poker. So people say yes to that. And then we're able to, like you said, display video and the direct mail here. I'll hold it up. I don't know if you guys can see me. This is a really big 6x11. This is beautiful. When it shows up in your mailbox, it stands out and it's like, hey, I was just talking to ABC Roofing online on their chat, or I was just checking them out. And then
now I'm getting a postcard.
I see them when I'm watching TV. It's outstanding.
I mean, I'll dive right on in because I've definitely gotten a chance to play with the tool, and I know I've recommended it to quite a few of our own clients. And I'm blown away with the technology behind it. It is so easy to use from an agency's perspective, but also I've had my own clients log in and use it. And to see a list of addresses, to see where those addresses came from, because it's just addresses. I mean, that's something to know. There's not going to be a name. There will not be a first and last name associated. You're going to see
it's 234 Maple Street.
It is, exactly.
Yeah.
And the beauty behind this partnership, the software, this whatever we're calling it, this new AI tool, is that we then can take information out of your CRM, like you, the client, your CRM, and we can upload it to try to cross and match. You guys call it safe match or match back.
Safe match, you're correct.
Safe match the names of people, so you're not going on and sending somebody who maybe did convert a postcard or a display ad. I mean, you still could.
So you're saying, let's take this 234 Maple. Maybe they bought something from you last year.
Yep.
Now they've come back to your website. They didn't call. They didn't fill out a form. we can take the data out of the Full Throttle system,
Yep.
import it into, say, a siding contractor's CRM and see, oh, 234 Maple is Mr. and Mrs. Thompson. They're already in your CRM, and now they're hitting your website again.
Or and flip too. I mean, you can upload that information out of the CRM into Full Throttle and get that information as well.
So that's really the way, from a privacy compliance standpoint,
Yep.
that's the way it would flow,
Yeah.
right? Because what we're doing is collecting personal ID information, and your address is a personal ID information.
Yes.
We can't push information to you. Now, there is another level you can set up an API. For the majority of people who don't have an engineering team, right? You will share back with us, hey, here's all the addresses of people that became an appointment
That's
last
right.
month, and all the people that became a sale last month. Maybe you had 100 sales. What we're going to say is we're going to bump it up against the list of people we identified and sent marketing to, and Full Throttle will say, you know what, 62 of those folks we identified and we remarketed to.
Yeah.
Now, we're not telling you we're the only reason you got a sale. Of course not. You had to get them to the website. There are always multiple tactics, but we're part of their journey, right? Because we stayed in front of them with the display and the video, and they got that piece of mail 2 days later.
Yep.
And then they did what we wanted them to do. They reached out to you guys and they set up that appointment. They became a sale. So you're able to see real concrete business decisions, right? And business KPIs. Who became an appointment? Who became a sale?
Yes.
A click is nice, but if I said, what's a click worth to a siding person? He'd be like, I don't know. If I said, what's a siding job worth? He'd be like $28,500.
Exactly. And so it really does, like of course you did. You explained exactly what I was trying to explain better. And it's an amazing tool. I've definitely seen it work. That's why we have you on this call. We talk to all different types of home improvement contractors. A lot of them, you're driving around right now listening to us.
Right.
If you're interested in this tool, it's a pretty awesome tool. I couldn't recommend it more. Frank, tell us about like the ideal customer for this platform.
If someone is driving traffic to their website, because that's where we begin, right? We don't drive traffic to the website. Partners like Fat Cat do that, or if someone that's your job, right? Or if you're Mr. ABC Roofing, it's your job, or Mr. and Mrs. to drive that to your website.
Exactly.
What we do is we come in at that point when you have 2,000-3,000 people a month coming to your website. Think of that as fruit at the top of a juicer. And then Full Throttle comes along and we help you squeeze more juice into your cup at the bottom, because we let you know more people that were on that website and we stay in front of them. Again, you didn't fake them out into getting to your website. There's no, hey, lose 30 pounds in 30 days, some weird gimmick.
No.
They didn't like their windows or their roof or their siding, and that's why they're checking you out. And if they're checking you out, they're probably checking out 2 or 3 other people, because
They should.
They should. And home improvement is not inexpensive.
No.
Most people will not just take that first person they talk to and write the check, or the first person you look
Especially
at
if it's
online.
a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 job, they're going to get
Absolutely. You're going to be really the more diligent person to do the research. And if you keep seeing a brand show up in front of you, that builds a familiarity, and familiarity builds trust. And we all do business with people that we trust. And that's what we want to have happen. I want you to win those jump balls.
That's
You know, you bring up a good point with the whole lose 30 pounds in 30 days. Our entire audience listening to this podcast and all of our customers, they are in the home improvement business.
right.
Your websites are representing information about installing a new roof, roof repairs, bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, decks, siding, windows, doors, etc. It is unlikely that people accidentally come to your website. They weren't tricked into clicking on it. They weren't tricked into losing 30 pounds in 10 days. They weren't tricked into, some other kind of scheme to cut their phone bill in half.
Right.
So if you have people visiting your site and you've worked really hard to make that happen, Full Throttle can help you leverage more of that investment.
Absolutely.
Because you invested on building the site, you invested in campaigns to drive traffic to the site. And what Full Throttle is going to do, like Frank's analogy, is squeeze more juice out of that fruit. There are people visiting your site that are not taking that step to either call or fill out a form. And Full Throttle gives you exposure into the households that are there looking at your services.
I like to think of it like this. You know, if you had a showroom and if someone came into your store, you would absolutely go up to them, introduce yourself, find out why they're there. Because, you know, if you had an employee and they didn't do that, you'd be like, I think it's best that you don't work here anymore. I need you to be in front of our customers.
Right.
Your website, for all those areas you talked about, the flooring person, the roofing person, right, the deck person, your website is your virtual showroom.
Absolutely.
Every day, people come in, spin around, and walk out the door, and you never said, hi, how can I help you? Who are you? Now, what we're doing is we're giving you the opportunity to know, hey, 235 Maple Street was in here, and you can stay in front of 235 Maple Street, and you can see the pages they were checking out.
Yep.
And if you're someone who has multiple lines, right, they have bathrooms, you have kitchens, you have windows. Wouldn't it be nice to know what 235 Maple Street was checking out?
Absolutely. And then you can craft the messages through this system, this tool. I don't know why I keep calling it something different every time. Through Full Throttle, you can craft messages that say, hey, that 235 Maple Street was looking at gutters and only gutters. I mean, and we have a lot of siding clients. If 235 Maple Street is in a neighborhood that was built in the 90s, and we already know that all those homes have vinyl siding and that you've been doing a lot of resides in that neighborhood, well, now you got 235 looking at your website. You can send such a tailored message about replacing vinyl siding. So to your point, Frank, if you're a company and you do roofing and siding, you don't have to guess, because you know what pages they're looking at, and now you know they're in this neighborhood that has old siding. It's really cool.
You can do all kinds of things with this. Like, some people have canvassing teams.
Yes.
I love the mapping feature on our website, because if you're going to send out your crew, wouldn't it be nice to send them where the fish are nibbling?
Yes.
So you can actually say, hey, give me where all the traffic came from the last 2 weeks. And we have sales managers who do this. And we'll look at a map, and you can zero right down into neighborhoods. Now, I don't encourage you to go up, knock on the door and be like, I know you're on my website, because that is super creepy.
That is super creepy.
But if you know
timing, I mean, is coincidence.
That happens all the, and we've had great anecdotes about people saying that, where someone was like, you know, I was on your website, and then here you are at my door. I guess you're the one I should talk to. It's like, yeah, I guess you should.
That's exactly. I mean, so your interest is probably like sparked. I mean, this is a really cool tool. I mean, we are in a day and age right now where digital marketing, PPC, SEO is not enough. It's just not.
And it's changing pretty rapidly.
It's changing rapidly. Social media is changing. I mean, the rules are changing.
Yeah.
So we've got your interest. Do you have any other success stories, Frank? I mean,
yeah, tell us some anecdotes that would help people understand like the full journey of what your customers experience when they onboard with you.
That's great. So it's very easy. I like to tell people we start off, we're about 2 minutes and 2 minutes to start, right? If after we have a demo, if you're like, this is for me, I would send you over an agreement. And what that says is you're going to allow Full Throttle to put our technology on your website and collect this information.
Yep.
And in those terms, you're going to know that we do this in a privacy compliant manner. And this is important because if there was ever a data breach, that's a terrible black eye to you,
right?
Lighting person.
1,000%.
If there's a data breach, Full Throttle goes out of business. So no one cares more about this than we do. And that's why we constantly test to make sure that we hold your client's information safely. I want that to be put out there first and foremost, because that is a pillar of what we do, is safety at Full Throttle. Then 2 days later, we're going to send you over the script, which you're going to give to your webmaster or put it on yourself. It's going to take 30 seconds. And it's going to start collecting the homes that come to your website and share their location. And then you and me and our performance management team will get together in a couple weeks, and we're going to get to look at your actual data. And Caitlin has seen this. It's really cool to be able to see.
It is cool.
Pages and pages of, here are all the addresses that were on my website. And we only care about the addresses in the area where you do your service, that 50-mile radius, that hour drive or whatnot. We don't care, say you lived in Georgia and you have traffic coming from Pennsylvania.
Right.
We'll collect it, but we're not going to send remarketing to those folks. Just the people in your area would we ever send marketing to.
Exactly.
And that's what we love. We put the script on quickly, we analyze it, and then we're able to give you accurate pricing, because our price, and everyone wants to know this, is based upon how many homes we can identify, your potential customer base, and then which combination of tactics. Do you do all 5? Do you do 3 of the 5? So whatever it is, we'll kind of give you those menu options. A, B.
Why don't you run us through the tactics again, just in case people are,
And
just trying to figure out exactly what they're executing.
And it's a menu, to Frank's point. I mean, he's going to list them out, and their team is amazing in terms of coaching about which tactics go the best. If you can't full throttle in and do everything, you can handpick some of these tactics.
So what are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And great point. We'll meet you where you are.
Yep.
So display in the direct mail piece.
Yep.
Those are the static assets that we have, and know that Full Throttle can help you with the creation of those 2 assets. And then beyond that, we have 3 different video offerings. One is the online video, which think of that as snackable content. So if someone saw the hockey game last night, what happened? You click on it, Mr. Advertiser, your commercial airs, and then they come on to tell you the game went into overtime, etc. Now, if you are looking at longer form content, and you're doing this on that free ad-supported television on your apps, maybe you're watching on a tablet, you're watching on the Roku channels or Tubi or Pluto, we can put you in full-length sitcoms and movies and 1-hour dramas. And that could be, like I said, on a smartphone, a tablet, or a large connected television. And then the third area would be the connected television platform, where someone would have to sign in with an account that is still ad-supported, such as a Disney Plus or a Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And those ads are going to air on large connected television. So think about that 60-inch in the living room that multiple people in the family are going to be viewing. So those are the 5 areas: display, direct mail, and then the 3 video assets. And little sneak peek, I'm really excited about this. We are actually working right now on creating video assets utilizing AI to help people who don't have commercials. So this is something coming up in second quarter. Little ahead of ourselves, but we are really excited with being able to offer that to the folks who don't have a full service agency or haven't created that video yet. We can help you guys get up and get running.
That's fantastic.
That is awesome. So one of the things I like to do is restate and recap. So let's say you are a 1-day bath contractor in South Carolina. If you partner with Full Throttle and you already get at least 2,500 visitors to your website every month, Full Throttle can take those anonymous visitors, hit them with a display ad online, hit them with a postcard, hit them with a TV commercial on Tubi, Pluto, some of those free streaming, and hit them with a TV commercial on the signed in platforms like Paramount and Disney. And I think I missed one.
And then you can also do that snackable video where if you're interested in
like
something
a pre-roll.
Sports, yes.
Yeah, so you're watching the summary of last night's game and it's a non-skippable. You can't skip it, right? You have to watch that little ad insert. So that homeowner, we'll go back to 235 Maple. They visited a 1-day bath website. Now they're getting a postcard and they're seeing commercials everywhere they go. And if that 1-day bath company has a canvas team and they want to do it, they can send canvassers into the neighborhood.
Brilliant.
We are here to think about it. Unfortunately, there are gaps in everyone's marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're constrained by budget.
Right.
We are helping to fill in those gaps in a very efficient manner. So we want to, you guys know, there's no silver bullet. Otherwise, we would sell it to the person and it would be wonderful.
Yes.
But the fact that We're not sure if it's going to be the mail piece or the display or the video, but more often than not, it's going to be the combination of everything they do and see that's going to say, you know what, I should go with ABC One Day Bath.
So I think the only qualifier, correct me if I'm wrong, if somebody has a website and they're not getting, say, 2,000, 2,500 visits a month, you're not able to collect enough data. I just want to make sure that the right companies with the right website traffic volume are connected with you guys.
That's true, because what we are is we're resolving that traffic down to a household level. So like on their Google Analytics, that counts every device. When the fact of the matter is that could also be, myself on my phone, my wife on her phone, our home computer. So that Google Analytics number is actually much smaller as far as homes you could do business with. So yeah, I need you to have traffic in that 2,500 range, because that's probably going to resolve down to maybe, 400, 500, 600 homes.
That's right.
And that's a target that you can go after and we can get results for you.
So listeners, if you've got a website and you haven't hit, say, 2,000 visits a month, that's where Fat Cat can help you.
100%.
That's what we do. We drive traffic to the website.
Perfect.
And then get your website visited enough that opens up other opportunities for you to continue to expand the sophistication of your marketing.
It's all about the marketing journey. And Frank, we just want to thank you. I know we're running out of time here, but it's been an amazing asset to our clients. We're continuing to introduce it to more and more clients. We want to introduce it to the listeners. If somebody wants to learn more about Full Throttle,
so we're going to have a page on our website. So you can go to Fat Cat Strategies /convert.
Yep.
And we'll have information sort of summarizing what we talked about today. You could also just reach out directly to Full Throttle and to Frank. We'll also put that information on fatcatstrategies.com /convert. And if you reach out directly to Frank at Full Throttle, just be sure to mention Fat Cat. And Frank, didn't you say you'd had like a free demo or an offer for our listeners if they use Fat Cat?
So we will take them through a demo, and the people that mentioned Fat Cat, we will do a free analysis with them where they can see that potential on the website. It's outstanding for them to know, what would a monetary commitment be going in? And I want them to see, hey, if we had 1,000 folks that we're identifying, what can we kind of expect for a result from that? And, over the years,
free analysis is not just demo data. These are real homes that have actually visited that company's website. So you're really putting your money where your mouth is. Like, hey guy, these are 1,000 homes that came to your website that didn't fill out a form. That's what you're showing them in that analysis.
Yeah, that's anybody who came to their website and shared their location.
Yep.
When it comes to who filled out the form, it's only 3 to 5% of people that are filling out their form. So you're getting 95 to 97% of people who you hadn't touched, and now you know their address. And for those who had filled out the form, when we are tapping them on the shoulder, we have a much higher percentage of your total sales than we do of your total appointments in the way we nurture it, because there's still that period of, yes, I signed up for the appointment, but before I let you in my home,
I need to trust you.
If they feel better about your brand, your conversion rate is so much higher.
That's a really good point.
That is a great way to end this.
Yeah. Frank, thank you so much. You've been a fantastic guest.
Yes.
You want to wrap us up?
Yeah, no, thanks. Thanks everybody. And we are so grateful to have Frank on, as we mentioned, Full Throttle, amazing partner. Go to fatcatstrategies.com /convert to learn more. You can also just visit FullThrottle.ai to learn more as well.
And that'll be all for this episode.
That'll be it.
Catch you on the next one. Thanks, Frank. That was awesome.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Digital marketing for contractors is created by Fat Cat Strategies. For more information, visit fatcatstrategies.com.